Rainbow Dash sits on a white and puffy cloud sofa that is located in her cloud mansion. She remembers when she traded the regular cookies and made the cutie mark crusaders deliver the joke cookies that were regular cookies but with rainbow filling. Rainbow Dash chuckled to herself. Rainbow Dash then says, "This will be the best prank yet. Even better than the other pranks I did earlier." After a short pause, tension started to build up. She then looked down on the ground, sweat leaked from her head. She slowly glances at the clock and said, 7:59 p.m. Rainbow Dash spoke, "It's been 2 hours since I swapped the regular cookies for the joke cookies. I wanna check up and see how is Ponyville doing. Maybe they will find this funny as I do." Rainbow Dash then got up from her sofa, and excited her house. She then released her wings and started flying to Ponyville. In her mind she imagines the Ponyville citizens eating the joke cookies, laughing when Rainbow Dash told them it's a prank and starts laughing. She really liked pranking. She even pranked her parents sometimes, much to her parents' dismay. One time, on April Fool's Day, she put a cake for her parents. It was like any other cake. It also had vanilla frosting, but it had toothpaste filling. Her parents laugh about the prank to this day. After flying for a while, she then landed in Town Hall in the center of Ponyville. She looked around. She had a scared look on her face. She saw some houses with broken doors and windows. There were many purple pots of cookies laying on the green, grassy ground. She was confused. She didn't expect this to happen, just some confused ponies and maybe some ponies being scared. The sky grew a dark purple hue and the moon sits in the middle of the sky. There were many stars in the sky shining brightly. Rainbow Dash looked at Town Hall. The door was broken and was detached to the building. There was a broken window on the left side of the door. Rainbow Dash even spotted a trail of something. They either were cookies with a bite taken out of them or they were cookie crumbs. There was even some rainbow filling in the ground. Rainbow Dash, out of the spite of curiosity, followed the crumbs. She then saw an empty room. Rainbow Dash turned onto the lights, but there was only one light bulb in the middle of the room. It was flickering. Rainbow Dash saw a green jar. It was laying on the ground and it was filled with cookies. Rainbow Dash then saw a note, written in red marker. She walked over and read the note. She wants to know what the note says. She read, "Help! Cookie zombies everywhere." She looked around. There was no pony other than her. She then said, "What happened?" She then saw many cookies that had one bite mark laying on the ground. She was still confused on what happened at Town Hall. She then exited Town Hall and walked around. She either saw jars of cookies or cookies laying around. Rainbow filling was also on the ground. It felt like slime and it smelled like cotton candy. Rainbow Dash asked, what were in those cookies that made this happen? She then saw a pony, with a pink coat, a violet mane, a trail of floral lavender streaks and amethyst eyes. She lays on the ground. A bite mark was on her left hoof. She looks like she had a long work day. Left of her was a jar, but there were no cookies in it and there was a lot of crumbs left behind. She also had 2 shopping bags on the ground on her right and one on her left. One bag had crackers, carrots, cherry soda, and even peanut butter. The second bag had a green toothbrush. Rainbow Dash flew to her and asked, "What's wrong?" The pink mare looked up and said, She then coughed and continued, "I was walking home after going shopping, then a bunch of ponies start surrounding me while moaning, 'Cookies. I had cookies.' I then said, 'I have cookies but these are for me.' Then they walked up to me faster and even attacked me. They also sadly ate my chocolate chip cookies. I was going to eat those. And not to mention, those cookies were like 4 bits. And I wasted all my paycheck on these groceries." She had a sad grin on her face. She really wanted those cookies but it was stolen. Rainbow Dash sighed. It hurts her to see ponies in rough times like this. She hands the pony 20 bits. She wanted to be nice and give her bits so she can enjoy those cookies that the pink pony longed for. Rainbow Dash looked at the pony and said, "You can buy another box of cookies with these bits. Don't worry. You don't have to pay me back." The pony nodded her head and said, "Thank you." She then got up and walked away. She is going to the store and buying more cookies. However, all of a sudden, she dropped the bits Rainbow gave her. Rainbow was confused of what is going on. Then, the mare mouth was covered in rainbow. Rainbow Dash forgot that when a zombie bites a non-zombie, the non-zombie will become a zombie. The pony's eyes seem empty and lifeless. She then moaned, "Cookies. Rainbow Dash was confused. She then turned around and slowly walked up to Rainbow and asked, "Give cookies." "Cookies good." Rainbow Dash then said, "I don't have any cookies. Go buy some." The cookie zombie pony didn't like that at all. She then quickly walked up to Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash didn't know what to do. She then just roundhouse kicked the cookie zombie's pony in the neck. The pony fell on the ground and softly moaned, "Cookies." Now, Rainbow Dash felt a bit regretful for what she did, but she knew she was trying to defend herself from the zombie and not hurt the pony. She looks to see if the pony is okay. The pony is laying on the ground, its eyes were closed, their mouth was closed, and the body smelled like cotton candy, just like the rainbow filling in the cookies. She then had a thought in her head. She wanted to know if her friends are okay. She hopes they don't turn into cookie zombies too. She would hate to lose her friends to the cookie zombies. She walked to Sugar Cube Corner where her best friend, Pinkie Pie, lives in. She saw many trees, without leaves, and there was paper hanging from them that contained things like, "Give them cookies." Or run. Rainbow Dash felt fear in her heart. She hasn't felt this amount of fear. She is usually brave and unwilling to go down. Rainbow Dash finally reached Sugar Cube Corner, where her friend, Pinkie, lives. She saw the sign that read, "Sugar Cube Corner" is not there but instead laying on the green grass. She goes in and finds the place in ruins. Tables and chairs were flipped, a window was cracked, and there was a pool of rainbow-filled cookies. She took a deep breath. She looked around. It was silence. She is worried that her friends in Ponyville became cookie zombies. She then thought that she actually killed every pony with the joke cookies. She felt a sting of guilt. She usually doesn't have that feeling. She stays in that spot, reflecting on what happens. After a moment of silence, she something. She followed the sound all the way to Pinkie Pie's room that was upstairs. Rainbow Dash then saw Pinkie Pie laying in bed. She was moaning in pain. Rainbow Dash ran over and asked in a concerned tone, "Hey Pinkie Pie. Are you okay?" Pinkie Pie then turned to Rainbow. Her hooves were placed on her stomach. She said, "And no. I feel sick. I shouldn't have ate those boxes of rainbow-filled cookies." She looked like if she was about to vomit, but she didn't vomit like Rainbow thought she would. Pinkie then said, "Dashi, this is not funny. Your joke cookies was a horrible idea." She then moaned in pain. Rainbow Dash then felt more stress and more guilt in her heart. She then reflected on what she did. She then realized she took the joke too far. She seeing her friend in pain cause of the joke cookies, the cookies causing ponies to become zombies. She said, "Pinkie Pie. You were right. She secretly hates herself for what she did. She didn't mean to cause this." Then, after a moment of silence, her eyes started to flood with water. Rainbow Dash then looked at Pinkie Pie and continued saying, "I went too far. I will put things right. I will put a stop to this." Pinkie Pie's mouth then started leaking a rainbow color. Rainbow Dash then thought that this was a sign that Pinkie was becoming a cookie zombies. Rainbow Dash ran because she knows if she stays, Pinkie will demand cookies and chase her. She saw the cookie zombies going very fast. Pinkie Pie saw Rainbow Dash leaving. She yelled, "Rainbow! Rainbow!" She then jumped out of bed and yelled, "Rainbow! Come back!" She then rose up and moaned, "Cookies!" She then moaned in an aloof tone, "Tasty cookies." Her pupils were narrow, her mouth was filled with rainbow color. Pinkie Pie slowly walked from the bed, leaving behind the rainbow color in the bed and floor. Rainbow Dash then ran outside. She didn't want to get bitten and turned into a cookie zombie too. She then took many deep breaths. Rainbow Dash then was about to walk forward, and then she saw Twilight, Applejack, Spike. They sound like they were eating something. She saw the crumbs of cookies on the floor. They also could be heard moaning, "Cookies. Yums. They don't sound like themselves." Rainbow Dash then asked, "Are you okay?" After she asked that the three of them stop making munching sounds, but they didn't reveal their face, their backs still faced Rainbow Dash. There was a short silence, then Rainbow Dash raised an eyebrow. She then said, "Guys." Then, the three mares turned around. They all had rainbow filling in their mouth. Their pupils were small. They also had red stains on their underbelly. They corner Rainbow Dash to one of the walls of Sugar Cube Corner. The three ponies were moaning, "Cookies. Give cookies." Rainbow Dash face became a racing ground for sweat drops. Then, after a few seconds, a smashed window could be heard. Pinkie Pie was in Sugar Cube corner but her hooves and head were out. Rainbow Dash spoke. Sorry, I have no cookies. And eating too many cookies isn't good for you. The cookie zombies didn't like that. They growled angrily. They then charged Rainbow Dash even faster. Pinkie Pie grabbed Rainbow Dash. Twilight locked eyes with Rainbow. She then pounced on Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash, fighting for her life and not wanting to become a zombie cookies, said, "Sorry Twilight." She then punched Twilight in the face and grabbed Pinkie and threw it at the other ponies that were cornering Rainbow Dash. Then many cookie zombies dashed at Rainbow Dash. Some of these cookie zombies were once friends or ponies Rainbow Dash sees every day. She saw Soren, Big Mac, and even Princess Celestia herself were walking towards Rainbow Dash. They all were moaning in a raspy tone, "Cookies." Rainbow Dash set out her wings and flew up into the sky. Then a pony with yellow hair, gray coat, and bubbles for a cookie mark jumped at Rainbow Dash trying to tackle her and steal the cookies from her or maybe turn her into a cookie zombie. But, Rainbow Dash took off right on time, and the cookie zombies fell on the ground. Meanwhile, as Rainbow Dash flies in the stunning night sky, she sees many broken houses, many cookies with rainbow filling laying on the ground. Some had bit marks, other didn't. There were even a few cookie zombies roaming around the town. She then looked down. She was looking for a safe space to hide and wait this horrible nightmare out. In Rainbow Dash's heart, she felt guilty for what she did. If Road never swapped the original cookies for those joke cookies, none of this would happen and her friends would be fine. Many tears raced down her face. Her grin dissolved and was now replaced with an upside-down grin. All of a sudden, at the dead of night, she heard something, like a swooshing sound. She looked up where the noise originated and saw a green Pegasus, that has yellow and orange mane, and gold-yellow eyes. She had rainbow frosting on her mouth.